Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The King Tone, the Prince Marto, and the gentleman, the court jester myself. Gentlemen, how are we? Episode 52 AC.
G'day,
We're all
g'day.
good.
Hey, Tone, Taz. Yes, another
Mate,
big
Marto,
Wednesday for
Taz.
Team PALTI, boys. How good are we?
The
Team
money's
full
all
of
there.
information.
Two winners in the second. Taz were a big
Yeah.
prize. Marta was
20
a
to
good
1.
prize. And
20 to 1
mine-
multi.
Mine for second paid the same as what Marto's did for the win. So it's a big
Yeah,
win.
bit stiff there, Tone. Unlucky to get the second, but yeah, very nice. Very nice on Wednesday, boys.
Look, it's
Yes, yeah.
it's
guys
nice.
done well.
It's nice to talk about Wednesday, but we can also talk about last Saturday because Missile won. Won. That was a little double there. We led you in. I think
Yes.
you were the moose on the loose or something, or the bear Tone. It ran a place.
Bear on the loose.
Tim-
Into
Yes, it did.
Place.
yeah, we picked the $140 exactor in that race, Tone. How good was that for the army?
Oh,
You don't see that every week.
I hope you did. I didn't have it.
Oh, I actually had them both top four.
Exactly.
So I got 15 to 1 for my little top four multi in that race. But yeah, Jesus. I'll tell you what, I had to work hard to get past you. Jimmy the Bear ran out of his skin. It did a lot better. It's just that white
Very
jaw, he
good.
just spent those little extra petrol tickets early. And yeah, got run down late, but a beautiful little Cornella exactor.
Nice collect. Yeah, it was.
Now, just gentlemen, we've got to be very mindful of each other because I can really sense a lot of excitement between the two of you, and even a little bit, for me. But we've got to not talk over each other. All right, we've got to respect each other. I mean, Marta, you've come out like a greyhound from box one, just on the lure. Poor old Tone. He's like that
But-
dog from the squeeze box. He's trying to get a word
Oh,
for the
The
break.
five.
Yeah,
the
but-
five.
but
And on the race,
I'm the 525 dog coming out of box one, flying to the lead, and Tony's a 700-meter dog coming out of the squeeze box, rounding everything up late, so he comes home hard.
well, hey, let me say
Oh.
that last statement where Tone comes home hard. I tell you what, there's been many a young filly that's enjoyed that statement.
Those were the days. Those were the days, weren't they?
They sure
Oh,
were.
dear.
Now, gentlemen, it's a big weekend that we've got ahead. Tone, your favourite part of the world, Queensland. You like to holiday there. You like to bask in the sun. You like to be interviewed by celebrities.
Oh, yeah, did that happen? Caught me completely off guard, that did. Oh, my God.
That's like a little.
I'm going to share that in the
Oh, you got the clip.
Yeah, we've got the clip. We've got access to it. I'm not going to share it here right now, but I think maybe I might put it up in the comments. So for anyone who wants to watch the show and then to watch the man,
A superstar. He's got his 5 seconds of fame. He's on national television.
God.
Beautiful.
pretty amazing, isn't it? Though? The guy lives in Japan. He comes to Australia on holiday. Okay, he goes to the state that he calls criminal, and he gets in.
The best part about it was by the interviewer. She was a lovely blonde, wasn't she? Eh?
Yes,
Nice blonde.
Well, I guess what they did is they went Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you done you've all done your homework this weekend? You've all got plenty of winners.
Oh, yeah. Queensland Derby Day, Saturday.
It is indeed Eagle Farm
Among others.
Derby. It is. I think we've all got a selection in there. But Tone, I know in the chat, I was just waiting. I don't know about you, Marto, if you were anticipating Tone's kickstart of it. Seriously,
So it's coming.
yeah, 100%. There was never a doubt, never ever. Mind you, I'm looking forward to Tone talking up his titanium tip because I don't know where you found that one, Tone, but you find them, they win, too good. So let's not hold back. Tone, we're going to go backwards. Let's go, Mr. Predictable, and tell us what your Kickstarter is for this weekend.
The Kickstarter. Well, absolutely. And it has to be. And Pezza is up there looking down, I'm sure. It's the Kickstarter is Caulfield Race 3 for a change. I've got a race 3 at Caulfield. Number 1, Big Swinger. And it's currently at 270. And what?
Sorry, we got on.
What do you have to?
245. What did you get, Mano?
Yeah, it's a 245.
245, is it?
245.
Yeah, well, you boys load up too early, and I don't get the
Oh,
price.
take the tote, you'll get the late drift.
Tone, we knew what you were going to tip, so we got on before you got on.
Oh, that was a smart move. That was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's it.
Talk it up.
That was mine.
Yeah, beautiful tip, Tone. What do you like it, mate?
Why do I like it? Oh, it just wins, Marto, doesn't it? It's got to be in your numbers. You'd have it on the top there, wouldn't you?
It's one of my best of the day, to be honest, at Caulfield. But why do you like it? That's what we're asking. It's your tip, mate.
I haven't got all my details here. I have for the titanium dip, but I haven't got all the details for the Kickstarter. But I did like the jockey on it, but I've forgotten who's on it.
Was
Jamie.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
There is a jockey. The last time this horse.
No, you got.
It's not Williams.
Ben Allen. No, you got Ben Allen on, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Ben Allen.
Yeah.
That's the only. Oh, God, he owes me some money. It should win.
It's just a sit and steer, surely, mate. You got barrier 2. You're back in Melbourne. He loves going the left-handed way. He's just got found out going the right-handed way in Randwick last start, and probably the track conditions too. But back in Melbourne on Caulfield, nice big track. I love him there, mate.
Marto,
good. That's good.
Back, though, when he went to Sydney last start,
Yeah, he was.
He was heavily supported, and I mean we're talking a drop in classes here too, I think as well. So
yeah, it is. Look, to be honest, the race in Sydney wasn't run to suit either. It was run pretty slow early, and he tends to come from the back. You got a bit of pace in this race to bring him into it. I don't think Ben Allen goes as far back. Sorry, Tone, I'm just going to elaborate on your Kickstarter here a little bit.
Go away.
I don't think Ben Allen gets as far back as what he got in Sydney. I think he'd get a much better sit on a big track, like I said, and much more suited at Caulfield going the left-handed way.
Have you found a roughie?
Well,
no. Do you have a roughie in the race that you could just sprinkle
over
the top? Do you have
one? Look, I'd have just for show in the top 4, but I can't see him challenging for the win. Number 3.
Okay, because
I'll tell you what, they'll hammer Benny boy if he gets beat on this. I tell you what, because they'll load up again on it, or they are now probably. And if he gets rolled this time, there'll be a hell to pay, I reckon.
Yeah, well, Charlotte Littlefield, who trains this, and I rate her as a trainer. Mind you, I also rate her as an interviewer, because she does work for the stations when they do the interview of the jockeys and the big race days and stuff. But yeah, very interesting race. Big Swinger came out with some big raps. Didn't step up when it went to Sydney, and I think it's got to bounce back. So absolutely. Now, Marto.
Oh, you're leaving yourself to last.
Should I go? Hang on. Well, yeah,
we're working backwards, aren't we?
No, you go next.
All right, then I'll go next.
You're the breakfast special. I think you're going at about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true. First race in Sydney on a currently a heavy track, but there's no more rain forecast, so we might dry out to a soft 7. Anyway, we're going to the first race in Sydney. Zebra Finch. For the Blue Battlers, Kieran McAvoy on. He's placed twice, or ran a 4th and a 3rd twice behind, what was it, as an Aerodrome, Aerodrome, which is pretty good form for this. They want this horse in the JJ Atkins, and to do that, he must win here. So it's pull out all stops, go for the win. We've got barrier 1. You've got Namaste and Zutanium setting the pace early, and Zebra Finch will just be sitting behind him. Very, very nice 2-year-old colt by Exceed and Excel, very speedy late. And like I said, JJ Atkins is the target for this horse. They must win to get in.
What price?
We're going at $5. Surprise, surprise.
Nice. That's a nice price.
Well, you've done better than me because I'm going to follow you up. So hopefully we grab the $5 and we go all up into the $2.90 for a boys' night
That'll
out.
do. Yes,
you're
I
going
looked
into a highway.
Mate, I have. I
Oh,
don't
good.
often. I was going to go to Melbourne because I like something there, but and I also looked at a couple of other races as well. But I don't like betting in race 3s and 4s. But anyway, so originally this horse was down in Melbourne, and it did go up to Queensland. But look, again, I think you said it before. We're not expecting rain, so we're expecting the track to be upgraded. I think that's going to suit.
Absolutely.
The drop in distance of about 100 metres is not going to be a problem. Aaron Bullock takes the ride, so it's an opportunity, I guess, with a lot of the Sydney jockeys heading up to Queensland. I just think we get a good mat. I think from barrier 2, we should be able to push forward and be prominent, and just get all the favours. I know that there's one that'll probably be the danger, and it's the second pick. It's called Warrior for Peace, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think the race is really deep, and I think that Boys Night Out's been racing really well, a couple of placings. It's just ready to go and put a number 1 right next to its name.
Absolutely. And speaking of number 1, Canadian Rule is your pace setter in this. Drawn out a bit.
Excuse me.
Same as what Tone had last week with Jimmy the Bear. Is going to have to spend too many petrol tickets early, even with Ashley Morgan on. Boys Night Out sits behind that speed and just watches it all unfold. Aaron Bullock pops out and runs it home first.
That's it.
I like it, Taz. I don't normally go into highway races, but if I was, Boys Night Out is the pick for me as well.
Yeah, well, I don't normally bet in them either because I think they can be a bit of a lottery. But if you're looking for I really looked at this race and I thought, 2 obvious chances. Boys Night Out, Warrior for Peace. And I thought if we're looking for a roughie, because it's going to be early, we don't know how the track's really going to be playing. I went with Air Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
I think it could fly from behind, but I don't know how good they are. I don't know. I just don't know. But for me,
I don't know. Rosehill loves leaders, and especially when it's wet, I think you're going to have to be up on speed.
Well, that's what I want to hear, Marto. That's what I want to hear. So now,
I
think with Aaron Bullock on board, it's home. I looked at that. I think he doesn't come to town for nothing on a sad day. And
Mailers in. All the armies out there listening. All 3 of us line up on the same horse in a race that we never ever tip in the highway and race to in Sydney.
So that's
been a long time since
absolutely perfect. If anyone is watching the show, because I think we normally get 1 or 2 people, plus we watch it ourselves, so that's 5. We can all put a line through it.
That's just a big red crayon straight through there.
Well, there's the way of the day. My Kickstarter.
Beautiful.
Guys, what have you looked at? Let's go to Queensland before we get into our main bets, because there is some prominent racing up there. So I specifically wanted us to go over the 2 main races, which I thought was races 6 and 8, if I'm right.
7 and 8 are the Group 1s.
7 and 8 were the main 2, I thought.
The Kingsford Smith Cup. Who could forget? Black Caviar, win number 13 in 2011. Absolutely blitzing the field in the Kingsford Smith Cup.
Well, there's another. There's a horse in this race who went all right first up. That sort of, I think it's won an Everest. Giga kick in the race.
Is he back though?
I don't know, Tone.
Just thereabouts.
Sorry.
What do you reckon? Because you've tipped.
I'm going to back it. Well, no, I'm not going to back it because it's in Queensland. But that would be my tip if I was going to have a bet, because you know how the criminals go up there. But then Zara, you can trust him. He'll be having a crack with it. If he rides it right, it's got to be a big chance. But geez, it's a tough race, though, isn't it?
Marto?
Yeah, it's a tough race. I'm going to stick with Basasto. That was an incredible run first up. Absolutely blitzing the field. He's already in the Stradbroke, and that's a target race for this horse. This could be just one that Annabelle Neesham puts him in to see how he goes amongst other Group 1 horses. But I mean, he's got Joshy Parr on his barrier 4. He tends to like that the rain affected track. I just can't have Giga Kick. To be honest, I would have been all over Rothfire had they run him here. Whatever happened, he's been scratched. But I like Basasto backing up. Just see him run well in a Group 1. I'd take each way, but yeah, let's see him run well in this Group 1 before he goes to the Stradbroke.
Well, I've gone for one that was scratched last week that I think is going to be a case of catch me if you can, and it's called Rise at Dawn. So
Oh yes,
I really think
Oh,
I think
favourite.
drawn the
Beautiful,
pole.
that.
I think excuse me. It's drawn the pole. I think it just pushes forward. Blake Shin on it, and I think it's going to be in front for a long way. So I don't think they would have scratched it for nothing last week. I think the start before that it was in it was a stakes race.
Yep.
Went well and then pretty much just pulled up, and I think it'll be improved by that run. Look, this horse has got a good record. It's just whether it's up to this class consistently. Giga Kick, it's going to be making ground 1,300. Is it going to suit it? You'd think so, maybe the way it's raced. We just don't know. Too many questions. Bazasto, well, how can you not love Peter Bazasto? May he rest in peace. But as we know how Carlton's going, Bazasto could just do the same thing, show so much form, and then just deliver nothing. And I hope it's not.
Well, that's true too.
So it is a tough race. What about the big one, the Derby? Now, Marto, there's some horses.
Derby.
I reckon you backed about 6 of these horses in the past.
That's a nightmare. It's a nightmare if you look at your ghosts. But if you look on current form, to be honest, I'm all over Statuario. I've been on him a couple of times already. He's won once for me, and he ran second last start as well. We got Johnny Allen on, not Ben Allen, but John Allen's taking the trip up to Queensland. Very, very much in good form, and I think it's the form horse of this race. The trip, the track, the conditions, they all suit. Yeah, 2,400 meters, nice draw. Johnny Allen's on. There's a lot to like about this horse, Statuario.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Tone. What have you looked at there?
I'm stuck with, is it Firm Agreement?
It is
the top weight
number 1.
Yeah, top weight. Look,
you got. Sorry, carry on.
I don't like betting in Queensland, as you know. So, if I was forced to have a bet, I'd probably back it each way, and that would be it. Because I think it's another raffle. I reckon it's a raffle.
Oh, it's open. I don't know if it's too much open, but I don't know. You don't like betting in Queensland, but you picked a Queensland horse in the Queensland Derby with your favourite jockey Nash Rawiller on from Barrier 6, where it's going to get all bottled up. Tone, do you know something we don't?
No, he doesn't.
I know nothing. Nash Rawiller. Yeah, well, the problem is there's too many good horses with thug, corrupt jockeys on them. That's the problem. Last week I missed my calling, and I'm still got burnt fingers from it. I've backed Imperialist every start except last week. What did it do?
Of course,
60 to 1 or something ridiculous.
It's racing this weekend again, Tone. So get on and lose some again.
No, I won't be betting up there, Taz. I'm not a. Stay away from Colin.
Yeah, look.
No, not Colin Creed. Stay away from.
I've had a look.
What's your pick for the Derby test?
I've had a look, and I've gone for some completely wayward form line. So something that I think's on the up, and I'm not saying that I'm going to back it, but I'm definitely going to include it in my exotics. Party Crasher.
Yeah.
Coming up from Adelaide. Now, it's had 5 starts. I got on it on its second start, and since then, I just think this horse has gone from strength to strength. Now, its last start at 2,200 in South Australia, and absolutely brained them. It was a soft win. It was, I don't know, about $1.45, and it's got Williams on its back up there. Now, I know whether you love him, hate him, think he's a crook, or whatever you think of him, the guy can ride when he is on song,
for
and
sure.
I think there could be a bit of a I don't know. There's going to be a
A party
party.
crash.
It's the one, yeah. So why not? I mean,
Yeah.
Rio, it looks the good thing. It's proven itself. There's a couple of others in this race as
Oh,
well.
yeah. I don't mind Feminile as well with Timmy Clark on running from the front, barrier 9 for the Philip Stokes stable. It's
Yeah,
not got bad form behind it. Look, against a lot of these, there is a question mark about the trip where they see out the 2400.
yeah.
There's others that want further. So it's it is, like Tone said, it's an open race. I just think Statutorio is a bit over the odds at $5. It probably should be around the $3.84, in
Well,
my opinion.
I think it is going to be a very interesting race, and
Mm.
the rain may play a part. You don't want the track to get
Well,
too bogged
we
down.
saw the footy tonight. It's
Uh,
raining in Brisbane.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's
So will it be a soft 5 or will it be worse?
very, very good question.
Mm.
Now, the feature, the thing that everyone wants to hear about. Now, Tone, I'm really, really looking forward to yours because you put it. I don't know, Marta. Did you have a look at the form in Tone's race for his tip?
I'm sure I did.
Okay, because I did as well. And Tone, I'm not going to poison your tip, but I have absolutely no idea why you're betting in that race, how you found this horse, and why it's going to win. So I'm anticipating something. So talk to me and talk me into it. Tell us your TT.
okay, so the TT is in. Oh, I forgot what race in there.
Caulfield.
It's in Caulfield. Yeah,
Yep.
race
Seven.
7, isn't it?
Yep.
Race 7.
Yep.
And it was
Number,
this was a dual acceptor. It was scratched from race 9 at Rose Hill. Now they've obviously done a stealthy thing and taken it across the border, got away from all those bog tracks, all the water, all the rain. They're looking for a drier track, and they've got one down there in Melbourne. Now, I'm going to back this for the win, but I'm also going to back it for the top 4 at about $3.90, and top 5 you might get about $2.80. So I'm expecting a claim the crown sort of run from this horse. Absolutely. Daniel Moore's on board.
Your favourite. When was the last time he rode a winner?
Jesus.
Hmm?
Emmy was in prep.
On board. Now, it's 4th up today, and it's had a first and a second in 4 4th up starts.
Right.
This race is a raffle. There's not one good horse in it. There's nothing of any real guts that's got any fortitude. I don't think anything really stands out. It's trained up there in the criminal state, isn't it? I think up at Eagle Farm. And the ballless boy, he's got no nuts, has a strong finish. He can do a lot wrong. However, in saying that, he isn't up against Winks because I reckon they're all mugs in this. The hoop's okay, the draw's fine, track conditions suit, and it all points to a big collect.
Name of the horse. Say, I want to say the name of the horse, Tone, for us.
Claim. What is it? No. The name of the horse is I. It's going to be run like Claim the Crown. I Am the Empire.
Well, that's right. And I tell you what, if this thing wins, Tone, not only are you the Empire, but you will be owning the Empire. I can't.
Absolutely.
I love your reasons. You found a shit race
Yes.
with a shit jockey on a track that you don't know how it's going to go, but you think it's going to suit it.
No,
you have turned every negative into a positive, and I love it. I love it. Genuinely just love it. And I love that it's come out of Sydney, race 9, because there's a little spoiler alert there.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in your numbers, Marto, is it?
No, not at all. Sounds like Taz doesn't have it either. To be honest, I think I like Wonder Kid stepping up in grade. It's a horse on the up. Won well last start after over racing early. The pace was on and it brought him into the race. I think, like I said, Wonder Kid's stepping up in grade. It's a horse on the up. Won well last start after over racing early. The pace was on and it brought him into the race. I think, like I said, Wonder Kid's stepping up in grade. It's a horse on the up. Won well last start after over racing early. The pace was on and it brought him into the race. I like him staying at 2,000 because he over raced last start, and I think he's up to this grade because it was such a soft win last start. It's going to be hard to beat. For your sake, Tone, I do hope I'm wrong because I'm the Empire at $26 would be a very, very nice collect.
Well, if it runs fourth, if it runs fifth or something, it's still a nice collect. Of course, I want it to win, but if it runs a place at those odds, yeah, yes,
Nothing
That's
wrong with
right. You don't need to be on much to be winning with a $26 chance, mate.
that. Absolutely. Marto, where are you going?
Where am I going?
Meat and two veg.
Yeah, I think I went up to Queensland, didn't I? Let me just find my paperwork here.
You go to Queensland?
Yeah, up to Queensland. We've actually gone into the race 7, wasn't it? Group 1 race. Oh yes, race 6. That's right. I like something else in the race 7, didn't I? We just discussed that. Let's go race 6, number 2 at Eagle Farm, Angel Capital. Very, very interesting. Was previously trained by Clint McDonald, then handed over to Chris Waller.
Yep.
Big wraps on this horse. I think he's going to be a genuine 1,200 to 1,400 meter horse. Got Ben Melham on for a great ride up there. Look, I just think he's ready to fire. The trials have been absolutely electric.
Yep.
One of the best of the day in Brisbane for mine. Angel Capital, race 6, number 2 at Eagle Farm.
Horse was a real spruik horse early on in its prep and still got a lot of ability. So I think
still on the up, mate.
I wouldn't be surprised if it starts a bit
Was
short.
supposed to be in the absolutely, me too. Was supposed to be in the Australian Guineas and likely winner there, but scope for mucus, so they had to scratch him and hold off. This is an afterthought, but he was ready for the Guineas, so he's going to be more than ready for the the Fred Best Classic at Eagle Farm.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, I'm going to Sydney, so we're going all around. And I'm going to the race that I am the Emperor was scratched for. And, race 9, number 12, Freight Train. Now, I'll give you an analogy because this horse has been racing down here in Melbourne on good tracks. This horse has never actually seen a rain-affected track. But Mickey Price is taking it to Sydney to a heavy track. So either he knows something that we don't, or I don't know why you would leave good to go to heavy. Now, that said, last start, it was a nice run over 2,000 metres where it sort of made a lot of ground on the inside where there wasn't too much room. It was pretty crowded. Ashley Morgan takes the ride on Saturday. Now, Ashley Morgan's just a nice household, honest sort of jockey. And I think with the mid drops back 200 metres. I don't think 1,800 is going to be a problem. We should be able to cozy up. And I think the price is right. We probably race alongside the favourite Cormac T, who's drawn similarly. And I think both of those will sort of make their move at the same time. And I think the other one that's going to come from behind, I cannot have it, is Mr. Kip Charge or something it's called. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Gunner that I know. It's just always, it's the sort of horse that you just think, geez, I tell you what, that was a good run. Geez, I tell you what, that was a good run. And you say it again and again and again.
Yep.
And that's all it does, it runs. And it's just a cow.
Should be in the Air Force. It's a gunner.
It's just a cash cow. Now, I'm not sure how, I think the rail's out a fair bit at
10 metres.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can settle closer to the speed if we need to. And I think we'll be just off the speed. We get some cover, 1,800. We should be strong. The only question mark I have is the heavy track. But I don't think that Price is taking the horse to a heavy track if he didn't think he could handle it. So Freight Train
must be something in it. There's got to be something in that.
The price is right.
Sire.
250. That's for me. Race 7.
It's a Seamus Award horse, so he's going to handle the wet, no problem at all.
Yeah, that's what I as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Empire's out, Marto, I mean, a premier horse like that, where a trainer decided to take it to Sydney, I mean, it weakens the field, surely.
Well, I
It-
mean,
it does.
he
It
was
does.
46-1 up there, and he's gone down to Melbourne. He's come right into 20s or 26s. So it's got to be saying something, hasn't it?
It is. Is it in the numbers, Marto?
Freight train. Yeah, freight train is open race. I do have kind words as another chance there with Benny Osmond claiming two. Interesting runner with Anderson Bridge down the bottom. It still needs a couple more scratchings to get into this race with 52 kilos on. But the problem is, like we said, Rosehill loves leaders, especially when it's wet and it rails out. Anderson Bridge does get back. Again, another $8 chance. But yeah, definitely. Freight train is definitely in my numbers in a very open race, and you're getting the right price.
So that's the three.
Yep, that looks good.
Where we're going to get 3 winners or 3 duds. I had a look, gentlemen, at something, and I need to draw your attention to it because
Right.
I think someone's tried to pull a little swifty on all us punters. There's a horse going around at Ipswich on Saturday. Ipswich, race 7, number 1. Who would have thought that Tony Gollan would be taking I Am Caviar to Ipswich? Absolutely no idea what price this horse is going to be. But I Am Caviar to Ipswich. What's going on there? Have a look at it. Bring it up, boys, if you can.
Yeah, dude, it's one
What is
run
it?
at the track for a second place. Ipswich race 7.
It's Black Caviar baby.
Yeah, but didn't Tony Gollan take it because it did nothing down south?
Yeah, but at Ipswich.
Yeah, at Ipswich.
It's
It kind
like
of says something to me. No, I can't say no. I can't say get on. I'm just saying it's at Ipswich, trying to find a win somewhere. Tony Gollan probably placed it well. No, there's still on the still no prices. But barrier 15, I Am Caviar, Ipswich. There's a reason it's
7,
run
was it?
Ipswich.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's race 7, number 1. I just couldn't believe when I saw it there because
Believe it.
when I'm looking for gold, Tone, I'm all over the country, mate.
There we go.
All over
Yeah,
the country.
you'll mine anywhere,
Oh,
won't you?
well, I'm always looking, and I was just really, really surprised. I think this is better than an Ipswich horse. I'm not saying that it's going to be a star or anything like that, but for Tony Gollan to place this first up at Ipswich on a big race day, especially considering there's a big race day in Queensland, I think he's trying to sneak it in under the radar. Now, that's either for 2 reasons. One, so that people don't see it, okay, and maybe instead of it starting $2.40, it starts at $3. Two,
It's going to open up at 15s now. You know that, right?
yeah, of course. Or 2, he's taken it up there so then when it goes like a busted arsehole, no one saw it and he doesn't embarrass himself.
Yeah, put a line through it without anyone seeing
Yeah,
it.
well, it's been placed and won in 50% of its races. I don't know the jockey. It's carrying top weight and it's coming out of a shit barrier in 15.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be telling anybody else either. But,
No,
but I don't bet up there in the criminal state. So you might be right, Tez. You might be
Could
right.
be.
It could come out at 20s.
Little heads
come
up,
home.
boys. You look around the country. I've got a couple of shares in another My Racehorse syndicate. Anyone wants to get involved with the My Racehorse syndicates. You're getting on for nothing. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of information about your horse and the prep racing and pre-racing and post-racing reports. Anyway, Sunshine Coast Race 1, number 7, Diversity. Comes out of a very, very nice trial. The winner from that is negotiating deals with Hong Kong, so don't worry about the 9-length margin. Yep. When she ran third, her time trial there was actually 12 lengths faster than one of the other 1,050-metre open trials that day and 9 lengths faster than the third one. So she's come in with a good trial time. We don't want it to be any worse than a soft 5. Barrier 7, Sunshine Coast, we're looking to get off to a win to start her career. We won't see her best until she's got until she hits a 3-year-old autumn season. But Lee Friedman's training her, and he says, let's have a little bit of fun with her as a 2-year-old filly. Robbie Dolan's on, Melbourne Cup winning Irish singing jockey.
Why not?
So we're going to have every chance, and he's as honest as
big chance.
Yeah, why not, Marto? Good luck with that one. Now, we only got a couple of minutes to go. Tone, anything, something that
I got some mail from a mate down home. I won't be backing it because it's in your favourite states up there at Eagle Farm. Race 5,
Yep.
number 2, Gallo Nero. It got beat
yeah.
last start apparently by a nostril. It's around about 4:45, and Tommy Berry's on board. So that's the mail I got. But I won't. I'm staying out of there. I'm not betting up there. But yeah.
Yeah, race is a bit open for me too. I got numbers 1, 2, 7, and possibly 11 in that race. So it's a bit open for
They're
me.
tough races, aren't they?
There's a couple of highlights that are really, really short. I think there was in race 1 in Adelaide on Saturday. I don't know what it's called, Harmonic something. It won a trial by 12. It's the first starter. It's $1.70. Look, it should probably just win. And there's one also, I think, at Werribee, race 1, number 9. It's a Freedman horse, Wiltshire Square. It's probably going to open at $1.70 as well. I don't know. Sometimes I don't mind taking a little multi, but $1.70 and $1.70. What am I going to end up with? $2.50 or something to get 2 winners. I'm better off just. It's pretty hard. It is pretty hard, but I think this one
You're getting over $3.
I was going to make it my Kickstarter. I think it's race 1, number 1. But $1.70 Kickstarter. What for? You might as well just kick you in the groin.
That's right.
That's it.
There's a rule I'm saying when I'm on the punt now. If it's odds on, just look on.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yes.
Exactly.
The footy. How good were the baby bombers tonight? 6 teenagers pushed to the Lions, possible premiership contenders. Baby bombers, no good first quarter, then pushed them for 2.5, and faded in late in the last quarter when Brisbane just found a way. But they were impressive. Nate Caddy, that's a name to remember. He's going to be a champion of the future. He actually had a breakout game tonight.
Can't rate him, Tom.
Boys. We've got less than a minute.
Not as a team, no.
Less than 1 minute, gentlemen, before it drops out. Okay,
All right.
question. All right. I like boys and girls, but they don't like me. And that's why I am by myself.
There we go.
I know.
You've been doing the cryptic stuff again, haven't you?
I
Hey?
have.
Hey? Too
I
much
have.
time off at work.
I have. Thank you. Sincerely.
Cheers, guys.
Let's make it a
Good luck to the Army.
and let's keep up the good
Fill up those pockets.
Well done to both of you. Keep it up. And yeah, all in, more on. Noodles for breakfast.
It's all right. $2 noodles.